Dell PowerEdge MX Modular Deploy 2023 exam D-PEMX-DY-23 dumps are the latest version in the whole market, which can guarantee you success in the first attempt. Share some D-PEMX-DY-23 exam dumps here. 1. What does OBPAR allow on a PowerEdge MX750C? A. Run a compute sled with memory overclocking. B. Boot a compute sled with only one CPU. C. Run a compute sled with maximum performance. D. Boot a compute sled with reduced frequency. 2. Which three components are required in an MX7000 chassis to allow multiple compute sleds to share access to the same disks in an MX5016's enclosure? Select 3. A. PERC H745PMX. B. Drive assigned storage configuration. CMX5000's IOM. D. Cluster-aware operating system. EHBA 330MMZ. 3. What is a characteristic of MX7000 networking in scalable fabric mode? A. Enabled by default. All switch-specific OS10EE capabilities are available. B. Layer 2 bridging is disabled by default and interfaces must join a bridge domain VLAN before being to forward frames. C. All switch interfaces are assigned to VLAN1 by default and are in the same Layer 2 bridge domain. D. Available on MX9116 NFSE and MX7116 NFEM but not on the MX5108N. 4. When multiple MX9000 2m modules are daisy-chained to top-of-rack switches, which uplink port can be used for stacking? A. Only the G-flat 2 port on the primary, left, MX9002. B. G-flat 1 uplink ports can only stack with other G-flat 2 ports. C. Either uplink port can be utilized. D. Only the G-flat 2 port on the secondary, right, MX9002. 5. A server administrator wants to configure RAID on drives that are assigned to a compute sled. Which interface can be used to complete the task? A. OIDC. B. Storage sled assignment. C. RAID controller settings. D. IDRAC. 6. A system administrator must assign 6 of the MX5016's drives to a single MX750C compute node. Which assignment mode accomplishes this task? A. Multiple assigned storage configuration. B. Drive assigned storage configuration. C. PERC assigned storage configuration. D. Enclosure assigned storage configuration. 7. Which feature in OpenManage Mobile can be used to allow the monitoring of a PowerEdge MX7000 chassis? A. Redfish provider. B. OIDC provider. C. Augmented reality. D. OpenManage Essentials. 8. An administrator is receiving notifications about insufficient power for a PowerEdge MX7000 chassis. The chassis is fed from 2 different power grids. What is the best policy to maximize power and maintain uptime? A. PSU pairing. B. Grid redundancy. C. PSU redundancy. D. No redundancy. 9. An administrator is asked to install and power on a new MX740C sled in an MX7000 chassis. The administrator inserts the sled and presses the power button. They notice that the power button LED is blinking green. After a short time, power button turns to solid green and the server finally turns on. What operation was in progress when the power button was blinking green? A. IDRAC was booting. B. Lifecycle controller update was in progress. C. Lifecycle controller was taking firmware inventory. D. IDRAC was updating firmware. 10. What is a function of the Fabric Resources Director, FRED? A. SAS expander routing for Fabric C. B. Hosting OMEM interface. C. Critical temperature monitoring. D. Providing QuickSync 2 feature.